What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I don't know if you guys can hear the excitement in my voice, but today the NBA regular season schedule has been announced, along with amongst some other things that I'll get into in this video. But we are finally here, and the time has arrived for us to see exactly what to expect schedule wise from these NBA games. And honestly, as a fan, I am more than excited. As a fan of one being the Chicago Bulls, I am very excited. Now, of course, they let you know the nationally televised games first, and you can deep dive into your own team personal schedule if you would like. But I'll definitely be talking about a few marquee matchups as far as nationally televised games go. And I'll also be discussing how many nationally televised games each team individually has this upcoming NBA season. So without further ado, of course, everybody knows by now if you have been living under a rock. If not, we are in a era of the Denver Nuggets winning the last NBA championship. So on opening night, which is Tuesday, October 24th, they will be playing the Los Angeles Lakers on TNT. That's a 7:30 Eastern Standard game. Of course, we're going to have the whole ring night celebration and everything going on with them. And that's going to be good to see. See guys get their rings, first time champions and things like that. Raise the banner and such like that. But the nightcap on that same evening. We have Phoenix, who have acquired Bradley Beal and, bolstered their bench somewhat, going up against the newly formed Golden State Warriors with Chris Paul. I'm more than excited to see that game. I know that game is going to be one that's definitely going to have a lot of eyes on it. Now, make no mistake, the Denver Nuggets Los Angeles Lakers game will also have a lot of eyes on it too. But I feel like the Suns and Warriors game will be all eyes on that particular game. Even if it is the first regular season game, of course, Steph Curry is playing Kevin Durant. You'll have Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Klay Thompson, and a host of other guys. And you get to actually see what Chris Paul looks like with the Golden State Warriors. Now, the next night, which will be Wednesday, you have the Boston Celtics, who's coming off of their, Eastern Conference Finals loss, versus the Miami Heat, versus the New York Knicks, who, always will be in the news regardless when it comes to the NBA. Now, that's the early game, a nationally televised game on Wednesday. ESPN, that will be their doubleheader. You will get to see Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving with the Dallas Mavericks going up against the San Antonio Spurs. And not my pick for Rookie of the Year, but the arguably the most talked about rookie over the last, year, and that is Victor Wembanyama. Man, listen, I'm going to be honest, this game, I'm definitely going to be tuning into that one. I'm definitely going to be very excited to see what Victor looked like in that basketball game and see if the hype lives up. We saw what he did before being shut down in the Summer League, so that's going to be exciting to see. Thursday, you got a doubleheader with TNT, and that's October 26th, and you will see the Philadelphia 76ers, who are going through a lot of turmoil right now, going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. The things with Giannis and Chris Middleton, and their core is still there. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do this upcoming season. And then the nightcap, you have the Phoenix Suns facing off against the Los Angeles Lakers. And I think, get your popcorn ready for that one. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's going to be one of those ones. Like, again, even though it is an early season matchup, I feel like that game in the first week is going to be a telltale sign of what to expect from, both of those teams. Now, Friday, October 27th, you will have a rematch of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Miami Heat, who could look different, come that that portion of the season versus the Boston Celtics. You know, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis, who is dealing with an issue with his plantar fasciitis and things like that. But the nightcap on October 27th, one of the most exciting first round playoff matchups of the last year, you had the Sacramento Kings against the Golden State Warriors. And the last time the Kings faced off against the Warriors, Stephen Curry put up an absolute, treat for the ages. And it was definitely something that me as an NBA fan wanted to see. Also, Saturday, to cap off the tip off, that's what they calling it for the NBA season, you have the Knicks versus the Pelicans and the Utah Jazz versus the Phoenix Suns. So honestly, when you look at the schedule for the first week of the NBA, I think they got it right. You know, they gave a lot of teams, in my opinion, some good enough games where you get to see the stars of the league. You get to see the guys that you want to see. You get to see LeBron, Steph. You know, you get to see a lot of Joel Embiid, Giannis. So I think they did a good job with that particular portion of the schedule. Now, as far as nationally televised games go, this is an alphabetical order from, this is not most to least, but this is an alphabetical order. So I'm just going to run off these teams and who got the most televised games. I'll let you know that because the Golden State Warriors will be playing on TV the most this season. They will have 41 nationally televised games, followed behind the Los Angeles Lakers at 40. But in alphabetical order, the Atlanta Hawks will play on national TV 15 times, the Boston Celtics 35 times, the Brooklyn Nets 11 times, the Charlotte Hornets 4 times, the Chicago Bulls 7 times, the Cleveland Cavaliers 17 times, the Dallas Mavericks 28 times, the Denver Nuggets 30 times, the Detroit Pistons 4 times, the Golden State Warriors, as I mentioned, 41 times, the Houston Rockets 4 times, the Indiana Pacers 6 times, the Los Angeles Clippers 22 times, the Los Angeles Lakers 40 times, like I mentioned, Memphis Grizzlies 19 times. I think that number would be much higher for the Grizzlies if the Ja Morant situation wasn't what it was. But, and I also think they would be playing to open up the actual season, but they're not because of certain issues. Now, you have the Miami Heat playing 24 times on television, nationally televised. You have 30 Milwaukee Bucks games. You have 10 Minnesota Timberwolves games. You have 12 New Orleans Pelicans games. You have 25 New York Knicks games, 13 Oklahoma City Thunder games, and I think that number should be much, much higher for that team. I think when you have a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, a Chet Holmgren who's returning, a Josh Giddey, a Jalen Williams, I think they'll be one of the more exciting teams to see in this upcoming season. But again, it is what it is. You have the Orlando Magic will be played nationally televised 5 times. The Philadelphia 76ers 29 times. The Phoenix Suns 37 times, which honestly I thought the Phoenix Suns was going to be nationally televised more times than that. You had the Portland Trailblazers, which no surprise, they playing 6 times on TV, nationally televised games. You have the Sacramento Kings at 22, which I think should be much higher. You have the San Antonio Spurs playing on TV 19 times, which we all know why. That's the Victor, effect. The Toronto Raptors 3, the Utah Jazz 9, and the Washington Wizards coming in at 4. So again, like I said, you will see Stephen Curry and and the Warriors on TV the most out of each NBA team this season, and that's no surprise. I keep telling people all the time, Stephen Curry is probably the most exciting basketball player right now. He's, in my opinion, the face of the NBA, and he has changed the way basketball has been played over the last some odd years. So that's no surprise. And like I said, man, I'm excited. I'm very excited as we look and, deep dive all the way. We could look as far as to where as though we could see how this thing is going to be broken down over the whole 23-24 season calendar. You have October 24th, the regular season begins. November 3rd to December 9th, that's the in-season tournament, which I'll get into in another video. February 16th to the 18th, you will have the All-Star 2024. April 14th is the regular season ends. April 16th to the 19th will be the play-in tournament. April 20th will begin the playoffs, and June 6th will be game 1 of the NBA Finals. So that's really pretty much it for, how much we can look forward to as of now for the NBA season. The schedule has been released. We know as much as we know about the in-season tournament. So now it's just up to guys to get healthy, play, and see where the season lies. Don't forget to let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I catch you guys on the next video.